For me, I just wanted to go back and write the kind of book that's about a functional family, because I thought that the pendulum had swung maybe too much to writing the important thing. It's very important to write about dysfunction and challenge, and kids really need to go there. But I just thought, no, I'm hungry now for a family that is really doing pretty well and functions pretty well. So I wanted to go back exactly to the place that she was going back in books, but a different way.
And I love that they function well, but they also have a real sense of humor about themselves and about Clementine. You know, you feel like they're accepting her with all her quirks, which I don't know is necessarily something I saw when I was growing up with the kids that I knew and family, you know, so I think there are some things that you have also given this family that, you know, are new, are new things. And so I sort of love that. I mean, one of the things that's been really interesting, like I illustrated the first book not knowing really that there were going to be more, and then when we were doing the second book, like there were things in the text of the second book that I didn't know. Like I didn't know they lived in Boston. I didn't know that Mitchell was a Red Sox fan. I didn't know that you know, Margaret's bedroom had poodles on the bedspread. And so it was kind of like, whoa, okay, give me that the stuff back. I'm going to go put that stuff in. And so each of the books now, I feel like I'm, you know, there's been this like wonderful layering of information that I'm trying hard not to forget any of it. And I'm also trying to, when I dress the characters, I don't want like whole new outfits every time. I want to show, okay, Clementine's going to take that shirt from that day and this skirt over here. And so I go back and I'm mixing and matching the clothes. So, you know, and every once in a while throwing in a new pair of shorts or, you know, something like that, yeah. Or like the mess in her room. I mean, every time you see the mess in her room, I don't want it to be different stuff. I mean, she's got the same stuff, but it's good. And so, so I do try and, you know, just stuff like that. Because as a child, I would have noticed that. I would have been like, oh, yeah.
But Marla tells more of the story than I think you would find in a regular chapter book or a book for that reading level. And twice now the book has won an award that usually they just give out one award. But twice they've asked for a second award to give to Marla also, the Hornbook honor. They got it. They said they really liked the book, but they said, but it's just as importantly, the story is told through Marla's illustration. And a really interesting one to me was the Sid Fleischman Award for Funniest Book of the Year, because they understood that kids are laughing, that you are adding the humor to it also. So I look at these drawings when they finally come to me, and no, I don't know about them in advance. I don't want to know about them. I think because I was an artist before, I just know, like, I can't imagine Marla coming to me early on in the stage and saying, I really want to draw a skateboard. Could you put Clementine on a skateboard or something? Like, I do my thing, she does her thing. I don't want to influence her, to I want to be surprised at the end, and I always weep when I see them, and oh my God.
It has to come narratively, and I think that is my version of what Sara was talking about, is just
which I forgot to finish. Actually, I do the same thing from your drawings. I learn from who she is, and I learn especially about the family. I learn from your drawings. I look at them and I see how they are frying eggs in the morning, and you know, I may have written a sentence about it, but now I really get it, right? Because I read illustrations, you know, we all read them a different way. It's much more than just saying she fried the eggs. It's how the husband's leaning in going like, oh, another day with this kid kind of thing.
I love her dad.
Her dad is hot.
I kind of try.
I'm telling you.
But you know, I think it's really a collaboration of words and pictures on the page, and it's a conversation that goes back and forth on the page. And so it's like I read something and then I put something down, and then you maybe see the picture.
She puts secrets in too. She adds secrets. I loved and which book was it? They go up on the roof?
Yeah,
which book is that? The third one?
The third one.
Third one, they have dinner up on the roof top of Boston, and there's a bottle of wine beside the parents. I went, Of course there is. I didn't know this, but Marla knew. Marla put the peace sign. They live in Cambridge. They live in Boston. They are, of course, they've got a peace sign on their car. They're
And
old
the dad
hippies.
has some, yeah, he's an old hippie. He's
Yeah.
got a little leather thing on his wrist.
Wait, I didn't know that.
Oh, come on, really?
No, I didn't know that. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Glasses for this.
Right, yeah.
He's
right,
got
right.
a leather thing?
Yeah, he does. He's got a leather thing.
Hold it right here.
Yeah, okay, there.
Is he great or what? I mean, he's so cute. Can we tell this? I have to tell this quick story. Oh my God, that's great. I didn't know it. Look at him. He's very hot. So when I first saw the illustrations, in fact, I wanted to get back to the author, my editor. I made a phone call. She wasn't there, but her assistant was. So I was talking with her about the illustrations and just going on. And I said, and the father, and she said it was Emily, and Emily said, stop right now. She said, everyone at Hyperion is talking about it. The father is so hot. And I went, yes. So thanks, Marla.
But you know, he's
great.
It's you know, you've written the mother is an artist. She's an illustrator. She's a commercial artist.
Yeah.
I think that's how you put
Yeah.
it. The father is the manager of apartment building. Like they don't have, you know, they don't go off to, you know, 9-to-5 jobs. You know, so all those are like clues for me. It's like, okay, so who are these people? And you know, Clementine is upset, or the mother thinks she's upset because, you know, the mom doesn't look like Margaret's mom, and you know, so what does she look like? So it's a fun thing to try and like read between the lines and, you know, sort of deepen the meaning of these moments. That's what I think my job is actually to try and go in. Like I always try and go in further. If Clementine is upset about something, I want to, you know, really bring, it's like, I think illustration is almost like, I think of it as like the soundtrack in a way, like if you're watching a film and the music can come in and just make you feel more, you know, it's already doing that. The words are already doing that, but if I can just do it a little deeper.
Last week I saw proof that this works. I'll just tell you this because now I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I have Google alerts on myself ever since I went to California. Lisa Yee told me I had to do this.
Oh, okay.
So I put Google alerts on, so I get the alerts whenever someone blogs about one of the Clementine books or something. It's fine. It's been fine. The first time it's not fine, it's gone. But this one that I got last week was really interesting. Made me go pick up the Clementine's letter. The person who was blogging about children's books, she said, I dare you to look at the last page of Clementine's letter, look at the illustration on the last page. I dare you not to buy that book, or I dare you not to read it or something. Yep, so I went and I looked, I said, what is she talking about? It's the one where Clementine's just so happy. She looks like she's a kitten about to purr. She's just so beautiful, and it's all emotion. And so they were saying, there you go. You look at that one illustration, and you have to read that book. So.
You hold it up.
Yeah, see? She is so
You know,
happy
the illustration
there.
I love doing is when they, in Talented Clementine, where they all dress up, when the mom and dad dress up to go take her. That was a fun one, because like they didn't really dress other than that. And so it's like, okay, what are these two going to look like when they look, you know, pretty, like when they clean themselves up? So I sort of, that was a
fun scene to write too. I do as much as I can because that seems that I could write it off and get away with that wherever I can do this. So I went to the Ritz-Carlton with a friend, and we ordered 3 desserts, and I wore, you know, the mother's got hooker shoes on, or high heels. High heels, excuse me. So I wore my highest heels. I went out and I ate 3 desserts at the Ritz-Carlton, and I wrote it off on my taxes. And my accountant said, absolutely, of course you can. It was research. So that was really fun for me too, because I don't get dressed up either, you know? High heels at the Ritz.
I should have done that too. I could have
You
written
should.
it off too.
Actually, you should do that. My
think
accountant
it's too
says,
late.
absolutely.
Write another scene like that,
Yes,
will you?
I should do that. Where we go to Hawaii.
Good idea.